Good evening. Welcome to our show. Our program is called Help, I'm Trapped in a High School. And in spite of the title, it was not written by somebody in my history class, I promise. It is actually the name of the show. So before we get started, I just wanted to make you all aware of a couple of things. First of all, the entire auditorium will be used at some point in the program. So please make sure during the show that the aisles remain open. I would hate for you to have to meet one of the characters that way. They will not stop, okay? So make sure that the aisles are clear. Also, we will have a brief intermission between Act 1 and Act 2. And at the start of Act 2, there's going to be a really loud alarm and a pretty exciting light sequence. So just a heads up, we did have some toddlers and babies who did not like Act 2, okay? So just a heads up, there will be some action with that. We appreciate you giving your Friday night to us and coming and supporting our speech program. The kids are really excited and a little bit sad. It's kind of bittersweet that this is going to be the last time they get to do this. They've had a lot of fun during this process, so we can't wait to show you all the hard work that they've been putting in. But before we get started, I'm going to pray real quick, and then we'll start. Thank you, Lord, for this night. Thank you for this class that I've gotten to work with for the last 3 months. And thank you for this school and for the opportunity to do something like this. Thank you that in spite of the rain, so many people came to support our program, and that through it all, you've shown yourself faithful. And I pray that tonight you be with the students, help them not to be nervous and just have so much fun in their last time performing this, and help every cue to work, the lights, the sounds, and just help this show to be a reflection of the hard work that's been put in throughout this time. And we thank you in advance because you're faithful, and that's all that you can be. Give us a good night tonight here in this show. Your name I pray, amen. All right, enjoy your time.
Here we are again, Mrs. Tadpole. Mopping and cleaning, scrubbing and dusting.
It's a living.
I ain't so sure.
Well, you can't fault the wages, and there's always plenty of hot tea.
I like the wages, and I like the tea. It's the students in the school I don't care for. They scare me half to death.
I suppose it ain't what you'd call your average everyday kind of high school, is it?
No, it ain't. More like a prison.
Don't say that word. You know Mr. Ranchford don't like that word.
If you wouldn't call this school a prison, what would you call it?
What would I call it? City jail. That's it. City jail.
Well, it used to be a jail of some kind.
They still have the old cell blocks. That's right, but they ain't been used in years.
Steph, have you seen Mr. Ranchwell?
No, Miss Culpepper.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Something the matter, Miss Culpepper?
No students that weren't expected. Oh, that's always the way at midterm. Problems, problems. If it isn't one thing, it's another.
Que sera, que sera.
That's Welsh for what will be, will be.
Delighted to show you around, Miss Buena Vista.
Delighted to have you show me around, Mr. Beaumont.
Alright.
Oh, who's that? You two can clean up in here later, Steph.
Not if them students is in here.
What difference does that make?
It'd be like entering a cage full of wild beasts.
I'm certain that you'll find plenty to write about.
Oh, it's Mr. Beaumont, the district supervisor. Oh, shit.
And this here is the typical classroom that you can find at PSMS. Isn't it grand?
PSMS.
Public school maximum security, but most of the students just call it last chance high.
How droll.
This is Evelina Culpepper, Mr. Ranchware's age secretary. This is an important journalist, Miss Culpepper. Treat her with some respect. She's writing an article about the school. Miss Fabiola Buena Vista.
Isn't she droll? May I borrow a pad and pencil? I never carry any. Clumsy things, pads and pencils.
Miss Culpepper, please see if you can find Bronco.
Easier said than done. I've been trying.
Try harder.
I hear that.
Thank you.
PSMS, Public School Maximum Security. Last Chance High.
You see, Miss Buena Vista, this is the end of the road for those incorrigible students. One last chance. They've been kicked out of every other high school in the system.
Why,
You name it.
I'd rather you tell me.
failing grades due to absenteeism, lack of discipline, never bringing a gym suit to physical education, repeated food fights, filling the football with helium right before the kickoff, that sort of thing. They're a hard crowd.
What about their parents?
They don't interfere.
I'm surprised you could find someone to run such a place.
But you don't know the principal, Mr. Bronco Ranchware. There he is.
Are you serious?
Look at him, Miss Buenavista. Is he something?
Droll. Very droll.
We're about to close down, last chance. Couldn't find anyone to take the job for principal.
Cowards! Sniveling cowards. That's what they were. Cowards!
Then Mr. Ranchware appeared from out of nowhere. He has wonderful credentials. He's a graduate of some big city university, and he holds the rank of captain in the submarine corps.
I run this school the same way I ran my troops underwater. I'll make them or I'll break them. It's one or the other. The choice is theirs.
This is the journalist that I told you about, Bronco. Miss Buenavista. She's writing an article about the school. She's gonna make you famous.
I wouldn't mind that. As a matter of fact, I'd like that very much. Do it, Miss Buenavista. Make me famous.
I'll do my best.
Come along, Miss Buenavista. I'll show you some more of the school.
Why not see the detention hall? I redecorated it myself. I took out all the furniture and replaced it with hot floodlights.
Sounds droll.
Follow me.
Don't.
It's boring.
Grungy. Awesome.
Totally awesome. Well. What have we here? Hey, Anzac, come look.
So I'm looking.
Hey, Anzac, do you know what I think we've got here?
Tourists.
Yeah, tourists from the valley. Maybe we ought to sell them some protection insurance. 3 valley girls and friend.
He's a nerd. I can tell. Nerds I step on. Nerds I squash.
Watch it go for breath.
Why you?
I do not know who you are.
Let me handle this, Anzac. I am the more diplomatic type. What's your name, Popeye?
His name is not Popeye.
His name is Douglas.
Douglas Alexander.
So who's asking yous? Get this straight, Popeye, because I'm only going to say it once. Nobody calls my friend here Gopher Breath.
No way.
You can call him Rat Mouth,
You can call me Peanut Brain or Pumpkinhead.
but you can't call him Gopher Breath, understand?
Deplorable. Vulgar.
You can call me vulgar if you want. Deplorable too. I ain't too sensitive.
We can see that.
Ignore them, Douglas. I'll have you know we're proud to be from the valley.
A valley girl is a relic, something from them prehistoric times, like the mid-'80s.
Last year's prom queen was from the valley.
San Fernando Valley?
No, Death Valley. She sure did look pretty on prom night.
What did she wear?
Brass knuckles.
Who are you two supposed to be?
Rasputin. Agnes Rasputin.
And Zach Caligari.
Well, Miss Rasputin, Mr. Caligari, we don't belong at this school.
If yous don't belong here, how come that school folder says transfer?
Give it back.
When I'm ready.
Give it back, I said.
Don't push your luck, princess. See that? Anzac's who's written on the front.
You know I can't read unless it's printed in big blocky letters.
I'm not surprised.
Uh-huh. 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 According to this here transfer, yous is being moved from San Fernando High to PSMS.
You must be real bad to land in a place like this. What did you do? Steal a bottle of Diet Pepsi?
It's obviously some kind of computer mistake.
Hey, look, Agnes. He's a computer mistake.
If you don't mind, that belongs to me.
Who's in charge here?
Who's the principal?
We demand to know.
Hear that, Anzac? They want to meet the principal.
Ranchware himself. They got a surprise coming.
We're wasting our time talking to these idiots.
Hey, are you calling me and Anzac idiots?
She didn't mean you two.
Then who did she mean?
Give me a moment and I'll think of someone.
How would you like me to iron your hair?
It was only a little joke. Don't you have a sense of humor?
If you ask me and Zach, we're talking to a quartet of Maroons.
Always, Douglas. You tell the princesses.
Just me and my chain. I like the odds.
They want to fight.
Break it up! Break it up! It's me or Mr. Ranchware!
Mr. Raindrop is so disappointed in you both. Aren't you ashamed?
Please don't tell him.
We'll be good. Honest.
You know the rules. No change during school hours. Now hand it over, Rasputin.
Hand it over, Rasputin.
Now, Mo! Get out here and hit the lunchroom.
What's on the menu?
Spaghetti pie.
We had that yesterday.
And you'll probably have it again tomorrow. I said Mo!
It wasn't our fault.
I hear that a million times a day.
Gwen's telling the truth.
The total truth.
True. No one in this asylum knows how to spell it.
I can. I-T. It.
Another comic.
That was good.
Do you teach here?
No, I'm the school secretary, Miss Culpepper. What is all this?
Transfers?
Oh, I understand. You must be the new transfer students. I've been expecting you.
There's been some sort of mistake.
A malfunction.
I belong to the Honor Society. I don't belong here.
I only hope none of our friends hear about this.
It's so humiliating.
If what you say is true about a mistake,
It's true.
then
Obviously.
Mr. Ranchware is the man to see.
The principal?
Where do we find Mr. Ranchware?
It appears he's found you.
Did I hear a disturbance from this classroom staff?
A minor incident, sir. And Zach Caligari and Agnes Rasputin. Security has it all under control.
Good.
I got this, guys. Sir, there's been some sort of mistake.
I don't seem to recognize this young man. What's that?
This?
Yeah, that.
Skateboard, sir?
Skateboard? We don't allow skateboards at PSMS. No skateboards!
Okay.
I don't seem to recognize them either.
No, sir. You would.
This isn't visiting day.
Visiting day?
Who are these young people?
Transfer students.
Why wasn't I informed?
I've been trying to tell you all morning.
We aren't really transfer students.
Oh.
It's a computer mistake.
Oh.
A bug in the system.
Oh.
Yeah, now he gets it. We need a release sign in order to go back to our old school, San Fernando Valley High. You know, it's...
No, I don't know.
Rah, rah for San Fernando, San Fernando must win. Fight for the finish, never give in. You do your best,
You do your
boys.
best, boys.
We'll do the
We'll
rest,
do the rest, boys.
Rah,
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 rah.
rah for
San
San Fernando.
Fernando.
Wasn't that just lovely,
Great,
Mr. Ranchmaker?
amazing.
Stay!
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeesh. No problem.
All of you, sit down. Well, didn't you hear me? Ah, forgive me. You're new here. You don't understand the rules. When I speak, students obey. They don't think about obeying, they do it without thinking. A student who doesn't think is a good student. Comprende? Good. Now I'll say this one more time. Listen carefully. Concentrate. Sit down! Staff,
Sir.
put those transfers on my desk.
Yes, sir.
Move! I've never seen such a sorry bunch of losers! But I'll break you, so I can rebuild you. You've come to my school as losers. Thought you'll leave here with a diploma. Memorize the school motto. Mediocrity is better than nothing.
But, Mr. Ranchware, sir,
Yeah?
we have never done anything to deserve this. In case it isn't obvious, we are not last chance high material.
Get this! And get it straight! All of you! The system works. There is no bug in the system unless you're the bug. You've been transferred here, and this is where you'll stay. Security!
I'd like to call my mother, please. She's probably worried about us.
All of you?
Sally and I are staying at Betty's house. Our parents are in Bermuda. A cruise.
Our parents are in Bermuda. Our cruise. You! Sarsa!
Me, sir?
I suppose you're staying at Betty's?
No, sir.
Your parents on a cruise to Bermuda?
No, sir.
Good!
They're on a cruise to the Orient. I take care of myself fine while they're gone. I even have my own micro... Wait. That's not what I wanted to hear.
Spoiled young puppies! That's what you are.
Puppies?
Security, take these cut-ups from the cafeteria.
We're not hungry. Thank you just the same.
When it's lunchtime, you eat!
Perhaps I could manage a bite.
Line up! Left foot, right foot, move out! Left, right. No talking! Left, right. You will enjoy the spaghetti pie. That's an order. And get rid of that skateboard!
Hey, can I get $1? A quarter? A nickel? Ugh, cheapskate. Hey, I need $1 to buy my cat some Friskies. She ain't eaten a week. Ugh. Hey, I need a bus fare. I need an operation. I need something. Public school maximum security? Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Do you smell that? Is that spaghetti pie? My favorite. Maybe I can get some handouts. Home on the range, where the buffalo. I don't know much about buffalo.
Our school course is still in its experimental phase. Actually, I'm the one who thought it up. It's my baby.
It's a droll concept.
Feel free to mention my name in your article.
I'll try to squeeze you in.
Thank you. Look who's here, the school psychiatrist, Sigmunda Fraud.
Unusual name.
Unusual lady. Hello, Sigmunda.
Gnats, flies, bugs, mosquitoes. They won't leave me alone. Nasty things. Get away. Shoot. Oh,
Perhaps it's the perfume you're wearing?
I don't wear perfume.
Perhaps you should.
Dr. Fraud, this is Miss Buenavista, a journalist. She's writing an article about the school.
Is that wise, Mr. Beaumont? The students here are responsive to publicity. They like publicity. They'll do anything to get it. And when they get publicity, they'll want more. Less would be better. They must accept the world the way it is, not the way they fantasize it.
Did you understand any of that, Miss Buenavista?
Not a word.
Yeah, figures. Isn't she unique?
She's stark raving mad.
You think so? Anyway, would you like to see the gymnasium? All of our students lift weights.
I imagine they lift anything they can get their hands on.
This way.
Mr. Ranchway,
What is it, staff?
I just love it when you call me staff. Forgive me, I'll never giggle again.
Promises.
Some wicked student has spray candy slogan all over the front door.
Do you mean abandon all hope, ye who enter here?
You've seen it.
Seen it? I did it! Is that what you wanted to see me about?
No, it's another matter.
Report it!
I wish you would
bark like that, Mr. Branchware. It makes me so nervous.
If you're nervous, see Dr. Fraud.
Oh, no, sir. I'm not that nervous. Nobody's that nervous.
What do you want?
Food supply, sir. You'll have to sign the invoice.
Give me a pen.
I don't have one. That Fabiola Buena Vista took mine and never gave it back.
She's gonna make me famous.
Well, you know what they say. Fame is the name of the game.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I've got to do something truly spectacular. Something that will make the education world stand up and take notice.
How are you going to do that, sir?
I'll think of something.
The invoice.
Yep. There you go. Yep.
Sir, there's another matter I've been meaning to speak to you about. It's rather important.
Yeah?
You see, we get all these food supplies, but the cafeteria never serves anything but spaghetti pie.
Serves Jello too.
But the children don't like licorice jello. These invoices list all sorts of good foods to eat.
What are you suggesting? What are you driving at? What do you mean?
Please, hey.
I don't like hysterics, Miss Culpepper.
Yes, sir. Forgive me. It'll never happen again.
Perhaps you'd be happier somewhere else.
Oh, no, sir. Never. I need this job. Nobody else will hire a 70-year-old secretary.
Why, Miss Culpepper? You don't look 70.
Why, Mr. Ridgeware?
You look 80!
Anyway, I almost forgot. Those new student teachers here.
We need staff. Show them in.
Yes, sir.
Get out! New personnel. Excellent. Names?
How do you do, Mr. Ranchware?
I know my name. What's yours?
Nina, sir. Nina Nolan.
Nolan, Nina. Very nice name. Sit! Name?
Lydia Colgate.
Colgate, Lydia. Sit down! I requested some tough student teachers. I thought they'd send me some macho type.
We're here to learn as much as teach, Mr. Ranchware. There's been a computer error. We were supposed to be assigned the Valley.
The Valley? The Valley? How I hate the Valley. And I'm sick about hearing computers making mistakes.
Last semester, the computers went completely haywire, and student teachers end up in northern Mexico.
Get this straight, staff!
Staff?
The faculty here is referred to as staff. My idea, of course. The janitors are staff. The kitchen help? You guessed it, staff. Staff, staff, staff! You've been assigned here, and my advice is you make the best of it. You have to pass this course in student teaching in order to get your credentials. Don't hand me any of this college nonsense here. You know the school's reputation. It's tough! Tough, tough, tough! The school does not boogie, and the school does not rock. If a student is out of line now, crush him!
Ah!
What's the matter with you, Colgate?
You frighten me.
You'll get used to it. Oh, 1,300 hours, lunch break is over. Time for your ABCs. I want you all to meet Bobo Elliott. He'll be your supervisor.
What have we gotten ourselves into? I think I'll change my major. I've always been interested in modern dance.
Don't be foolish, Lydia. He's only trying to frighten us. He's just furious because we're women. We won't let him defeat us. We'll force him to give us a good grade.
I could almost believe you.
So could I. He leads, we follow.
You're not supposed to be in here.
How would you know?
Because you don't look like a student, and you don't look like staff.
They're cheap. I've half of mine called security.
Half of mine's probably all you got.
Out! Out! Rubbish!
Foreigners!
Bag lady! I have a word. With us? Yes.
What about?
To start with, how about giving me your names?
I don't see no harm. I'm Mrs. Tadpole.
Mrs. Tadpole. And you?
I'm Mrs. Tadpole as well.
Two Mrs. Tadpoles?
It is a coincidence. Most people think we're related, but we ain't.
There's supposed to be a third lady janitor, and we thought of asking her to call herself Mrs. Tadpole as well. Sort of a big family, if you know what I mean.
You're British.
However did you guess?
They can't get anyone else to work here, so they sent all the way to London for us. We were cheap.
As soon as the semester is finished, it's back to London. And good riddance to PSMS.
I share them sentiments. You're an intelligent woman, Mrs. Tadpole.
Thank you, Mrs. Tadpole.
You take a dim view of the school experiment?
This isn't a school. More like a zoo, dear. You'll see. If I was you, I'd leave now.
Do you spell zoo with 1 O or 3?
2 O's, but 3 Z's. I picked up a bit of learning since I've been here, thanks to Mr. Elliot.
Which way to the cafeteria?
Oh, follow your nose. When you have to hold it, you're there.
Droll. Very droll.
Fancy a drop of tea, Mrs. Tadpole?
I wouldn't mind, Mrs. Tadpole.
What is it, staff?
I got the pencil invoice here for you.
I'm listening.
2 gross red pencils, 3 gross green pencils, 5 gross lead pencils. You want to hear more?
Later. Give me that.
You got it.
Afternoon, Chief.
Ha, Bobo. Ready for class?
Yeah, but kind of forgot what it was I was supposed to teach.
Doesn't matter. You'll think of something. Why are you wearing a running suit? We don't have a running track.
Oh, yeah, I run on the roof.
You could fall off.
Oh, I have.
The insurance.
This is the classroom. Looks more like a prison.
Hey! Don't say that word. Mr. Ranchware don't like that word.
What word?
Prison.
Prison! Prison! Nobody says that word, understand? This is not a prison. It's a high school. A high school. Comprende?
Right, Chief.
Bobo, these are the new student teachers I was telling you about. They'll be with us for a while.
Swell. Nice to meet you.
You know I don't allow familiarity between staff members.
I forgot.
Next time you'll remember.
Heavens, Mr. Ranchware, he was only trying to be friendly.
When I want your opinion, staff, I'll get it from you.
Goodness, Mr. Elliot, did he hurt you?
Nah, nothing hurts me. Don't let this baseball cap fool you. I used to be a boxer.
You mean a prize fighter?
Yeah, kind of like that. Except I never won any prizes.
What do you teach, Bo?
Well, first I taught bathtub singing. No one was interested. Then I taught fire drill, and after that I taught car wash.
Bathtub singing, fire drill, car wash? I've never heard of such a curriculum.
What's that?
What's what?
What she just said.
Curriculum?
Yeah, that.
You mean to tell me you don't know the meaning of the word curriculum?
No. What? But I know the meaning of the word trouble, and here it comes! Oh! Bro, what is this? Bro, stop pushing it!
I know. What's next? No grass, no right? Don't you have a right? Hey, Josh. Josh.
Yeah. No.
That's an S.
Yeah.
And that's a T.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what this is.
Guys,
I got in trouble.
I'm thinking about breaking out.
Oh, with what? Zits?
Someone stole my Mars candy bar. Is that the one you took from me? I wasn't finished with it.
Students! Hey, anybody want to buy a tape deck?
Sorry, tape deck? Thief!
Thief! Students!
Did you get a load of those Valley kids in the cafeteria? Gag me with this spoon.
Students!
Like they say in the stockyards, lambs to the slaughter.
Can I have your attention, please?
Hello.
If y'all don't behave, I'll have to get Mr. Ranchware.
Ranchware?
See, y'all can be good students and good citizens when you want to be.
Yes, Mr. Elliott. Thank you, Mr. Elliott.
We have 2 student teachers with us here today, so I expect y'all to be on y'all's best behavior.
They look like undercover cops.
I'm Miss Nolan, and this is...
Miss Colgate, we're happy to be here, even if it was the computer's fault. To tell the truth, I'm more interested in modern dance than I am in education.
Who cares?
I get the feeling they don't like us.
I'll take attendance. Dinosaur.
Present.
Jaws.
Present.
No Name.
Yo.
Gumby.
On the nickel.
Ivy Vine.
Present.
Thelma Basewater.
Like always.
Queenie Tumbleware.
Present, Mr. Elliott.
And Zach Caligari.
You got me.
Anguish Raspy.
That's Agnes Rasputin.
So, today's lesson is,
Bathtub singing?
no, that's not it.
Car wash?
Give me a minute, it'll come to me.
Do you think the Board of Education knows about this?
This could never happen in the Valley.
Oh, I got it.
Give yourself a gold star, Bobo.
I get no respect. Art appreciation. I'm supposed to teach art appreciation.
This ought to be good.
So get with it.
Ivy will pass out the Crayolas.
Crayolas?
Crayolas?
You got it last week. You got it the week before her. I didn't even like a month.
I haven't had it yet. Pink like yesterday.
I did not. She got pink yesterday. I'm not getting a red Crayola. I got a red Crayola. What is wrong with you? I didn't get back here. No, I take that. They said I get yellow. Yesterday I got yellow and I couldn't see it.
I didn't get a Crayola.
So, who painted this?
Oh. Ew. Oh, don't look at me. No, you are not pinned that on me. I am not taking the rap for that.
Hey, look, guys. That picture was framed.
Excuse me, Bobo. I mean, Mr. Elliott, you're holding the picture upside down.
Looks better that way.
Yo, Mr. Elliott, who is the painter?
I think it's a painting by Pablo Picasso.
Pablo? No, Bobo. I mean, Mr. Elliott. It's not Pablum, it's Pablo.
Or is it Stevedore Dooley?
Salvador Dali?
You know what? It's probably signed. Check it out, bozo.
It's a good idea. I found it.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Lose a truck.
Stupid kind of name.
How do you spell it?
I-T. To lose a truck. Capital T. O. Capital L. O. S. So, who can name me the primary colors?
That's easy. Black and blue.
Who's up for a fire drill?
To lose a truck, don't forget Pablo Picasso. Steve Rodoli?
New students, don't tell me. Let me guess. It was a computer mistake?
We are here because of a computer mistake, we think.
We hope.
We're student teachers. This is an awful place. My friends and I are from the valley. We don't belong here. That Mr. Ranchware won't sign our transfer papers, and he won't let us use a telephone. Did you know all the doors are locked from the inside?
If you want to make a call, I could do it for you.
No need. It's automatic dialing. Duluth residue. Not residue, Isadora. Residence. You're supposed to answer the phone and say, Duluth residence, not residue. She's not very bright.
Hello? Hello?
It's me, Isadora.
Who?
Betty?
She isn't in.
I'm Betty.
Betty who?
Betty Duluth. I live there.
Oh, hi, Betty. Someone just called for you. I told them you weren't in.
Isadora, I'd like to speak with Momsy.
Betty? Hello, dear. I'm glad you called. Your father and I have decided on a cruise. We'll be gone for several weeks. We're catching the ship in New York. In fact, we're flying out in an hour.
No, Momsy. You can't do that. You don't understand. I'm trapped in this awful school.
Nonsense. You love school.
It isn't the kind of school you love. The principal is a Martian and he's mean and nasty. And the students, they're all criminals and they want to beat up on us. And they have to eat spaghetti pie all the time. And they have guards. And Dr. Douglas of Switchblade. And I need help. Hello? Hello?
Did she hang up?
Worse. She's going on a cruise.
Everybody in here! Now!
Oh my gosh, it's a valley.
Hurry it up, hurry it up.
Is that a purse? You brought a purse to school?
John, what did you do?
It's been paid.
What did you do? Zip it! Hear this and hear it good. There are going to be some changes made at PSMS. I've been too soft. It's my nature.
Soft? What kind of changes, Mr. Ranchware?
I'm putting in a dress code. A new disciplinary code as well.
What kind?
Look up the meaning of the word, severe! And this is the best part. Students will remain at PSMS until the end of the semester. No going home, not even on the weekends. Last chance high is where you'll stay, day and night, locked up.
Locked up?
To the max. I've checked the old cell blocks. You'll be real comfortable.
Locked up. Why, Mr. Ranchware? Why?
It'll guarantee 100% attendance.
What about Visitors' Day?
There won't be any Visitors' Day because there won't be any visitors.
No visitors?
You, what do you think this is? A free ride? Go on to the lobby. Buy something. It's intermission. I said it's intermission! Move it!
is okay to be so stressed and overwhelmed that you feel like you need to talk to someone about it. And by that,
sir, Mr. Ranchware. I'm sorry you students have done this. It grieves me. Take out a few. Hose them down. You heard me, security.
We're not students. We're inmates.
That's right.
Your demand, line up! You, and you. No talking. Move out. Left, right, repeat. Left, right, left.
What should I do with these?
I better take that, otherwise you'll shoot out a light bulb.
I'm gonna shoot one of us. That was some idea Dinosaur had. Who ever heard of a breakout at a public high school? We never should have agreed.
Well, at least we tried something. It's better than complaining all the time.
I suppose you're right. Douglas, why don't you think of something?
I'm too tired to think.
You don't look so good, Douglas.
I can't eat. I can't sleep. This black does not go with this orange. I think my brains are running out of my ears.
I'll get the nurse.
I don't think she is a nurse. I think she's another whack ranch we're hired. Once I asked her if she had anything for a cold, and she gave me a Kleenex.
Yeah, it's a wonder the entire student body hasn't broken down. Stress, tension, spaghetti pie, spaghetti loaf, spaghetti soup.
Don't forget spaghetti cake.
Who can forget the spaghetti cake?
I am tough.
Yeah, you are.
But I don't know how much longer I can take this. I am cracking up like a walnut on Thanksgiving.
She is cracking.
Douglas, do something. What are we gonna do with Queenie?
Goodness gracious. Stop it. Stop that, I say.
Thank you, Miss Culpepper. I can relate to that.
Anytime, Queenie. You know, that rifle gave me an idea.
Yeah?
I could join the Grey Panthers and lead a guerrilla band.
Douglas, Gwen, and Sally. We're all mistakes in the computer, victims of the system. But why didn't you and the others escape long before this? You couldn't. What would be the use?
It's either here or the youth authority. Even this place is better than the youth authority.
Or it was, until Ranchware put in his new rules and regulations.
I'm so tired.
I'm tired, and I'm hungry.
Sometimes getting an education is more trouble than it's worth.
I feel like a teenage zombie.
Busy.
Miss Ranker, sir.
It's not easy being a successful executive type. Didn't you hear? I just put them into the breakout. I feel marvelous. Do I look marvelous? Ha! Foolish question.
There could have been violence.
Not when I'm the warden. I mean, the principal.
Sir, I must protest. Your methods are too harsh. Education must flourish in a wholesome atmosphere.
The earth must be kind for the flowers to bloom.
Don't give me any of that teacher training Mickey Mouse stuff. This isn't rinky-dink city. I know what I'm doing. If you two try to interfere, I'll make sure that you never get your credentials.
That's not fair.
Who's talking fair? You two make sure those students are letter perfect by the time they take the state exams. Letter perfect! When they pass, it'll prove what a great educator I am. My methods will be praised. My face on Mount Rushmore. Get out of my office, staff! Stop whining! Teach!
Ah!
Won't you have a seat?
Thank you. It's a stroke of luck finding you here. Seems most parents are away on a cruise.
What did you say your name was again?
Oh, I'm Beaumont, the school administrator. I'm anxious to see if any parents have objections to the methods employed by our Mr. Ranchware.
Mr. Ranchware?
Ranchware, the school's principal.
What school?
Last Chance High. PSNS.
Why would that interest me?
Your daughter goes there.
She does? That's peculiar.
Why, might I ask?
I don't have a daughter.
Isn't this the address of Betty Duluth, formerly of San Fernando Valley High?
Uh-huh. But she's still at San Fernando.
Are you Mrs. Duluth?
No,
Then who are you?
I'm the maid, Isadora.
Where's Mr. Duluth? Where's Mrs. Duluth?
They're on a cruise. They're always on a cruise. Somewhere.
Are you telling me that Mr. and Mrs. Duluth are unaware that their child is attending Last Chance?
How would I know? They don't tell me everything.
Can I please use your telephone?
There it is.
Thank you.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Betty or her friends in weeks. You know how young people are. Can I get you a gummy bear?
Culpepper!
Sir.
Well, first off, this book is in a different language, and second off, the phone is ringing!
Shall I answer it?
Yes, why don't you?
Mr. Ranchware's office, Miss Culpepper, age secretary speaking.
This is Beaumont. Put Ranchware on.
It's for you.
Yeah, I figured that out for myself! Who is it?
It's Mr. Beaumont.
Give me that! Get out! Shoot!
Ranchware, those students from the valley, I don't think anyone knows they're here. Whenever they find out, there could be some questions.
You're talking to someone who wants to make trouble? Who?
Don't get excited, Ranchware.
Get this straight, Beaumont. If you interfere with how I run this prison, I mean, this school, I resign!
Now, Bronco, let's not get hasty, okay?
Then stay off my back! I'm gonna be famous!
Hello? Bronco. Hello? Bronco. I do not like this one bit.
100, 200, 300, 500!
I hope Mr. Ranchware never finds out you've been complaining to the Board of Education.
I don't care about him. I care about the students, and the treatment they receive is barbaric. I'd quit in a minute.
That's a good idea. Why don't we?
If we look now, there's no telling what happened to students, especially the ones from the valley. They're all wide-eyed and innocent.
You haven't taken a good look at them lately. They look as if they've had their last taste of pizza.
No sleeping! I've been outside! Move! Left, right!
This school has got some attitude problem.
This school has no respect for teenage emotions.
No talking!
Are you absolutely certain?
What can we tell you, dear? We don't use the items you got on them invoices because we've never even seen the stuff.
A month of pail a rack. That's all the equipment we use.
What about the 20 bottles of Miracle Window Cleaner, 50 cartons of El Sunso Floor Scrub, 100 subscriptions to Mop and Broom magazine, not to mention 200 cartons of Minerva's bubblegum remover and chair stand?
No sense in asking us, dearie. Like Mrs. Tadpole told you, we don't use no fancy items.
You've been most helpful.
Always happy to oblige.
Hello, Miss Culpepper.
Is it class time already?
Not gonna lie to you. If it weren't for those student teachers, I don't think there'd be any classes.
I sure hope there wasn't another riot. Sometimes I get the feeling this is a co-ed penitentiary.
Do you think I'm too young to apply for a pension?
If you'll excuse Mr. Elliott, I've got work to do.
Oh, sure. Don't pay any attention to me. Nobody ever does.
No pressure from the water hose. That was a relief.
Somebody cut the hose?
But how? You can't carry a blade at last chance.
I got strong teeth.
You mean you chewed through the fire hose?
It's difficult. Good thing.
Does anyone know what I'm supposed to teach today?
How about a course in herpetology?
What's that?
It's about herbs.
Herbs? Who's to study herbs?
Herbs is for nerds.
Herpetology's about snakes, not herbs.
Snakes?
Black racers, diamondbacks, cobras.
Takes a snake to know a snake.
Could I be of any help, Bobo? I mean, Mr. Elliott.
I don't know what I'm supposed to teach, and I don't even know anything about snakes.
Snakes? Why don't you take a nice run around the roof? I'll take care of things in here.
I'll buy that.
May I have your attention, please, class? I have your blue books here. The last English exam I gave was rather difficult, but you did better than expected. Congrats. Remember, the smarter you become, the faster you'll be at a PSMS. The state exams are in 2 weeks, and I'm counting on each and every one of you.
We won't fail you, Miss Nolan.
We respond to kindness.
Gumby.
Yo.
Work on your spelling. There's only one B in vampire. Agnes.
I ain't dumb as Nolan. I can spell vampire.
Yes, but your punctuation is bad. A comma and a dash are not the same thing.
What's a comma?
It's when you're in the hospital and you don't come to.
That's a coma. They're so ignorant. Miss Nolan, we don't belong here.
We won't worry about that right now, Sally. For now, concentrate on your schoolwork.
Lunch, come and get it.
Did she say lunch?
It's that bag lady who's been roaming the corridors.
Watch it, kid. I ain't no bag lady no more. I've been hired by Ranchware. I've got position in society.
Hired as what?
Staff. I'm the new school dietitian. You are what you eat.
In that case, we're garbage pail kids.
Who's first?
Do you have any dim sum? What is it?
Come on, it won't kill you.
I would like that in writing, please.
What is it?
Don't ask. I just don't want to know.
There are some things a man is not meant to know.
Give you odds. It has something to do with spaghetti.
You got it. Spaghetti lumps, chili beans, chopped chives, with limers on the side.
I need to speak to Mr. Rancher immediately. You're no dietitian.
He won't tell you no different.
I'm wasting away.
I'll volunteer. A man's got to eat to keep up his strength.
Yeah.
I'm starving. It doesn't matter.
That stuff is hazardous to health.
She probably got the makings from a toxic dump.
How is everything, Miss Noel? I need to speak to Mr. Rancher. Would you watch class?
Always nice to be of help.
Thank you.
Ew. Tastes like our usual licorice Jello.
I put some of that in too.
That's disgusting. Spaghetti, chili beans, chopped chives, lima beans, and licorice jello?
Interesting recipe.
Then you eat it.
This stuff will sap your strength, not build it back up.
You're the sap you should know.
Hey, don't talk to your head empty.
Watch it, Anzac, or I'll rip your tongue out.
If you do, I'll never talk to you again.
Very funny.
Take your seats.
Anyone for seconds?
No.
But you haven't had dessert yet.
Dessert? No one cares.
Spaghetti gelatin.
Scram.
The door is over there.
Right there.
When they made her, they threw away the mold. It's growing back.
Your attention, please, boys and girls. As your friendly school psychiatrist, I want you to know that you can come to me any problem you might have.
For goodness sakes, Dr. Flip.
Fraud.
What is the matter with you? You know we have a problem. We're stuck in this place and no one seems to care.
As a psychiatrist, I care.
Then do something.
We only laugh to keep up our spirits.
And it's either laugh or cry. And I'm about to cry.
We want out.
That's right.
Yeah, she's right.
Ah, I now understand the problem.
I certainly hope so.
You're all suffering from a persecution complex.
What, Rod?
What?
Mass hysteria?
What's she talking about?
Who knows?
What's a persecution complex?
Oh, a complex is like an apartment house.
You mean we're suffering because of an apartment house?
That doesn't make sense.
What's mass hysteria?
What's a psychiatrist?
By the time I get out of here, my brain will be dead. I could be a vegetable.
You think you're a vegetable? How interesting. We must talk. You can come with me to my office. A student who thinks he's a vegetable. Come on.
Guys, help me.
guys, look at this.
Look at what?
No security, no staff.
Which reminds me of something I forgot. I heard what you said, Princess, and I didn't appreciate it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That crack about us being ignorant?
You are ignorant.
We're not as ignorant as we was. We're.
I'd rather be ignorant than a snob.
Who are you calling a snob? You wanna fight? You wanna fight? Come on, come on. I'll rip your head off and use it as a basketball. High school has turned me into a killer!
You're alright, Princess.
Is that me? Oh, how embarrassing. Douglas is a vegetable. I'm no good. Last chance has done us in.
There, Sally. Look on the bright side.
What bright side? There isn't any.
What's the matter with Sally?
I'm so ashamed. I've never talked like that before.
What's with the balloons?
Oh, you selling them?
I'm out to prove the Valley can think up and escape.
Another breakout?
It won't work.
We already tried.
That's because we use brawn instead of brain.
What's the angle?
We write out a message for each balloon.
Where'd you get those balloons?
They were from Mrs. Tadpole. They were from the prom that Ranchford canceled.
He said we didn't deserve no prom.
What's the message?
Help, I'm trapped in a high school. We'll use my name and give my address. My parents should be home by now. They're never on a cruise for longer than a month.
That sounds spacey to me. Everything sounds spacey to you.
Watch it, Poison Ivy.
What do you call it, poison ivy?
Stop! We've all got to stick together. No one will believe how we're treated or help us, so we have to help ourselves. If only Ranchware hadn't confiscated my cordless phone.
He confiscated everything. Radios, his guitar, even my zap glove.
She's right. We have to help ourselves. Otherwise, we'll end up like that vegetable.
What vegetable? Douglas. Douglas is not a vegetable. A little square, maybe.
Should have seen him.
He's a vegetable. All right, come on, guys. We're wasting time.
We can float the balloons out the gymnasium windows.
Good idea.
It better work. If it doesn't, I'll think of something special.
How about digging a tunnel?
Oh, with that.
Let's just try the balloons.
Fine.
Give me a string.
Always the address again.
Please don't help.
How many letters are in an address?
Ellie?
4 letters. No, are you sure there's only 4 letters in an address? Aren't there like a lot of words?
It's late. Come on. I got a light. Famous. I'm gonna be famous. Shh. You nuts? Ha! There you are, Brenwell. Punctual as ever. You got my money?
Yeah. Want to count it?
No need. I trust you.
It's a neat racket you got, Ranchware. Selling off extra school supplies. You ever worry about getting caught?
Does it look as if I worry? Nobody wants anything to do with PSMS. They drop supplies and run. I've got a big ship of Scotch tape coming in. The imported stuff. This fizzes real easily. Doesn't yellow. You know what I mean? You interested?
I'll take all the Scotch tape you can deliver, imported or domestic.
You got yourself a deal.
I'm running low on rubber bands, the wide ones.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, we better split. We don't want to be seen together.
I'll let you know when the shipment's due.
Okay.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling.
Help. I'm trapped in a high school. PSMS. My name is Betty Duluth. Take this card to my mother at 24 Porcupine Lane. And receive a humongous reward. No way.
Don't tell me she's taking up that skateboard again.
I wouldn't know, Miss Duluth. I haven't seen Betty in weeks.
What are you saying?
Neither of her friends either. I've had the house to myself. It's been nice and quiet.
Well, they couldn't have just disappeared. They must be somewhere. There must be an explanation. Think, Isadora, think.
He might know where Betty is.
He who?
A Mr. Beaumont. Said he's a school administrator.
He could be anything. I'm calling the police.
Hello. How many I say? The door was open, so I came right in. I have a merit badge in initiative.
We don't want any cookies.
You're in luck. I'm not selling any. I'm looking for Betty Duluth's mother.
Betty? Something about Betty? What is it? Help? I'm trapped in a high school. PSMS, what's that?
Stands for Public School Maximum Security. It's where they put all the bad kids.
Bad kids? My Betty is an angel.
They never let them out.
You're joking.
My teacher calls the school Siberia. My teacher says she'd rather work at a Taco Bell than teach at PSMS.
I can't believe my poor Betty would be in such a place.
That Mr. Beaumont did to me said.
Well, surely Betty tried to contact you.
No.
It's a mistake. It has to be a mistake.
Then how come your daughter wrote the card?
Do you know where this institution is located?
I sure do.
Isadora, call my husband at his office and tell him I've gone to rescue our daughter. Do you think you can manage that?
I could give it a try.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
Wait, what about my humongous reward? Where's that reward that he's talking about? Who are you?
Who are you?
You know
Where's the money at?
Where's it?
I think she went that way.
Okay.
My baby, my poor baby Betty. What's been happening in my absence? Hang on, darling, wherever you are.
I don't want to eat checks. Cash only. The small bills.
Courage, Betty, have courage. I'm on my way.
I really need this money. Where's she at?
I think she went that way.
Go.
Well, you got it coming down.
So I don't sleep on the job.
Yeah. Aren't you like a security guard?
Yeah.
Just sleep.
Security.
Well,
It's not much secure. You won't get away with this.
Yes, you will.
When Ranchwire finds out about this...
no talking.
Sit! Don't give me orders.
Sit!
Okay, sit.
Take him out and hose him down.
Yeah.
Attention.
Stuffed Emma with spaghetti loaf.
No, Nick, what are you doing?
You said we have to help ourselves.
Give the balloons a chance.
Balloons was a dumb idea. Nothing but hot air.
Balloons will never work.
They will, I'm telling you.
It's time for brute force.
Yeah. You're in bad trouble. You're all in bad trouble.
How did that happen?
We jumped him while I was taking a nap.
Yeah. That's the only way you could have done it.
Get ranchware.
Oh, now you're talking. Yeah.
No, we can't do it this way.
We tried it your way. Valley girl.
A little patience is all I'm asking. I'm not in the habit of telling lies, Mr. Beaumont.
But what you're saying is not true. It's impossible.
We got company.
Give me all these ropes and I won't say anything.
Nope.
I have a television crew on the way. I want the story to break on tonight's news.
Television crew? It's not a bad idea. They can tell our story.
Yeah?
Mr. Beaumont, get me out of these ropes. They jumped me.
What next?
We didn't hurt him.
We was only having a little fun.
All of you, take your seats now. Sit down. Get up. First, I discovered that there has been a computer mistake with those Valley students, and then Miss Buenavista tells me that there has, that Mr. Ranchware is not who he says he is, and now I discover you tied up by the students.
It's just been one of those days.
It's going to make a great story.
We ran out of cards.
I think you'll find everything you need right here. Okay.
Got you now.
Thanks, Evelina.
Exactly what I need.
So what's going on here? Mr. Elliott, have you seen Ranchware?
Yeah. Lots of times.
I mean recently.
Oh, here it comes now.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
I'm sorry. Mr. Beaumont's here.
What happened? What happened?
Beaumont, The students responsible for this latest outbreak are going to be expelled! Yeah! Let's go!
Expelled? What a great idea.
Sometimes it's necessary to cut off the bad limbs in order to save the tree.
You have to admit he's good.
Good at being bad.
I must say you and Miss Buenavista have gotten rather chummy.
Old friends. I did a story on Evelina a while back.
What kind of story?
Police story.
What?
She's a police officer.
I better check the parking meter. Don't.
Is that real?
Is that expired?
Yeah, are you like...
I can't believe you're a police officer.
Believe it. Here's the proof. I was a plant.
Is that ID for PSMS?
No. ID for LAPD. Los Angeles Police Department. Granny Squad. What?
What is this?
As if you didn't know. You've been robbing this school blind.
What?
You've been selling school supplies and equipment to shady characters.
That's a lie! You're fired!
A lie? How droll. I took this picture the other night. It's a shot of you and well-known receiver of stolen goods, Bramwell Fish Tank. There you go, Beaumont. Here, rancher is receiving the goods he got from Fish Tank. I was witness to the transaction.
Ranchware, say it isn't true.
That's not me. It isn't true.
Ranchware isn't his real name. Nobody knows his real name. Once he passed himself off as a brain surgeon.
I did do that.
Another time as a television producer. And another as a big deal in phony real estate. In police files, he's known as the Great Imposter.
Great imposter? What? Well, so what? I can do all those things. Brain surgery, create television programs for the top 10, sell land in Samoa to Eskimos. And why? Because I've got to be me. And me is the great imposter, the one and only. Ha ha ha!
I'm actually you now, Douglas. I have to make your face to fry. Your
Oh,
face is like a face of Sigma to fraud.
Oh, crazy lady.
I've got to be me. Perfect. Me is perfect. Perfect. Comprende? Comprende?
Not so okay for Ralph. Better take out and take him down to He's mental. There. You'll be fine. Trust me. Yeah.
Yes, doctor. I'll be a good boy, doctor. Next time, I'll be a nuclear scientist.
Oh, no.
We're all gonna die.
Oh.
I want to go home. Can I go home?
Transfer's a basket case. That explains a lot. And a crook. Honestly, who can a teenager trust?
So what's going to happen to the school?
It'll be shut down.
Yeah.
Not just yet, Mr. Beaumont.
Why not?
Antec, Jaws, and Queenie say that other students have been doing exceptionally well in their studies. If you close the school down, they won't graduate.
Well, if we don't want no transfer to another school, we wouldn't fit in.
I have a feeling it's going to be to the youth authority.
Let them finish on the term, Mr. Beaumont.
That way they can face the world with the greatest gift any teenager can possess, a high school diploma.
Or its equivalent.
No, read.
After all, Mr. Beaumont, this school was your idea.
And if you decide not to close the school down, you can get another principal for next year.
I have a likely candidate in mind. Miss Noland.
You mean Nina?
She'll be on probation, of course.
When I started my business in 2011, I...
My baby, my poor baby.
You look so pale and undernourished. What did Redwood Rock? What have they done to you? Who is responsible for this outrage? I demand to know. I'm a taxpayer from the valley. It's a long story.
Hey, Mr. Beaumont, do we have to stay here day and night like before?
Oh no, the old rules are gone. You all are free to go.
Girls? Scout! Come back! Help! This is no way to treat a parent! Help!
You have some kind of issue, lady?
I need help.
Sit down. I'll go get you something.
An aspirin?
No. Spaghetti sandwich.
Spaghetti sandwich?
There's nothing out of me. I'm perfect just the way I am. Perfect.
Who are you?
Can't you tell? I'm the school principal.
What? Ranchway!
All right, how fun was that? Did you have a good time? They worked really hard. Really quickly, before we do anything else, I want to call Haley out here and Bethany and Owen. Y'all come on out. Come on out. Other way, there you go. Y'all go ahead and bow, go ahead and bow. These are our stagehands for this year. Go ahead and bow, have your moment. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. All right. Thank you. Okay, so those three right there were our stagehands. So they were my left arm, right arm, brain, everything. So I wouldn't be like Ranchware was at the end of this play, losing my mind. So I'm very, very thankful for those three. Also, really quickly, I don't want to take too much time, but I feel like some people deserve recognition, especially some people in this cast. So we actually have seniors up here. Seniors, where are you? Raise your hand. So seniors who have jobs and are doing college classes and leave school early and come back in the afternoon to rehearse. So they've worked really, really hard for us. We're very thankful for them. And then we have sophomores up here, and we have freshmen as well, all the way down to the freshman class in this cast who have worked just as hard as the junior class. But the junior class, this is our big project. So junior class, go ahead and show them who you are. So this is my speech class, actually, from this year. You can clap for them. That's okay. And I think one of my favorite parts about speech is that I can actually physically watch students grow from the beginning of the year until now. Some of them I have not heard this much volume out of their body ever. And then there's other ones of them that you live with, so you know that they're loud all the time. So they were thriving up here. But an absolutely just incredibly hardworking group. So I know that a lot of that is a reflection of you, of the parents. So I want to thank you for being flexible with me. Sometimes I kept them a little bit late, or I asked them to come to school on a Saturday to practice, and you were flexible and you worked with me. So I really, really, really appreciate that. All of the parents, every grade. And also, really quick, this junior class is very special to me. I have had a section of them every year that I've been here, from 6th grade, watching them in the afternoon, and then having them in homeroom every year until this year. And I fought for them this year, and they know that. But instead of having them for homeroom, I actually got them for 3 hours at the end of every day. So all of their class periods with me are back to back. So I literally get to spend the last part of my day with them. And so they're so special to me. I've been looking forward to this year because they've been with me my whole ride here. And so I just want them to know in front of you how proud I am of them because of, no, I'm not gonna do that, hold on. Because of how hard they've worked for me and how our relationship has grown, they are a really, really, really special group. So I want them to know that I love them and I'm so proud of them. And I'm so proud of the show that they put on tonight. Hold on. I told myself that wasn't gonna happen tonight, and it still happened. And there's some other people in the sound booth. Stuart Brown is back there. He's in our junior class. And then we have Jackson Birch. And Jackson Birch is a sophomore. Yeah. And light and sound is a really big part of any production. And I have been on them and on them and on them. And they still talk to me, and they pretend like they still like me, so that's a win for me. But Jackson was in the sound booth last year. He literally came to me and said, can I help you again? And just a really big heart and a hardworking guy. And Stuart with the light show, I had Stuart in here extra hours trying to build that for me, so that's a big deal. Mr. McCamey, Mr. Pryor, Mr. Light, who build our beautiful set, and they do it every year, and they do such a good job. And also our administration, so Ms. Bacon and Ms. Kemp, whose daughter did an amazing job tonight, and Pastor Mike and Miss Alana, who let us have a program like this where we can develop a completely different skill from anything else. And I think some of them even surprised themselves, and that's what makes this class so amazing. So I just want you to know it takes an entire army to make something like this happen and be a success. So thank you all for being a part of this too. And also my parents are in the house, so give it up for my parents. Yeah. Thank you too. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them go ahead and go down off of the stage, and they're gonna line up. You guys can line up in the back of that, and even if you go out into the hallway, it's fine. And so they're gonna line up in the back. Go ahead. You can go now. Okay. Did he need to blow his whistle for y'all to move? Okay. All right, so they're going to go line. Thank you, Parker. He's really enjoyed that, if you couldn't tell. And the yelling, too. He's been yelling for a solid 3 months, okay? I don't know how he hasn't lost his voice at this point. I love the commitment, though. Okay, so they're going to line up in the back, and they are going to shake your hand and thank you for being here on a Friday night with us and spending your time with us. And then if you'll move through that line as quickly as possible, I know they're super famous right now and popular, but if you could just move through that line quickly so we can get some pictures on the set, and then you all can go home. Thank you so much for being here tonight. You're dismissed.